Guess in lads, Mason Greenwood has apparently filed his paperwork to switch to the Reggae Boyz in Concacaf. So we're here to talk about it today, guys. Whether or not it's a good move for him, for Jamaica, for Concacaf. I also want to say that we have expressed our thoughts and opinions on the entire Greenwood situation before in a video about a year ago on our channel. If you want to hear our more in-depth, thoughts about his situation, go ahead and find that video on our channel. Otherwise, this video will be a pure footballing sense as to whether or not he is good for Jamaica and whatnot. So. Yeah, let's get right into it, guys. Oops, I hit my mic. For Jamaica, I mean, obviously, this is a amazing move, right?
Yeah.
No one can say this is a bad move for Jamaica. This is an absolutely amazing move by the Concacaf country, and Greenwood coming to Concacaf, I think, makes him without a doubt probably a top 5 attacker. No, in the entire region.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. Top 3. I'd say top 3.
Ooh, top 3.
Top 3.
Wow. Okay. I mean, okay, he's up there with Pulisic, right?
Yep. I mean,
Jonathan David. I mean, okay.
No.
If we're going, I was gonna say Santi. If we're going just like club form, Santi as well. But without a doubt, Mason Greenwood absolutely reforms the Reggae Boy attack, without a doubt. And I think Greenwood coming in means Michael Antonio is taking a little bit of a back step here.
Rightfully, as a West
rightfully
Ham fan,
so.
right? Rightfully so. He. I'm not gonna say he's lost a step because he's for his age. Michael he's Antonio absurdly fast.
Yes.
I think people underestimate. Like they dog on him, but bro, look at his age and look how fast he is. It's absurd. But no, I agree. I think Michael Antonio does need to take a little step back. Just to he just doesn't need to play every game anymore.
Yeah. I think for me, I love Michael Antonio. I think his inclusion in the Reggae Boy squad absolutely changed the game for dual nationals in Jamaica. You can't deny that.
No, yeah.
But the role he plays with Jamaica doesn't work. It against a lot of teams, it really doesn't work. I like it if you play him as more of a target forward role, and you get the ball and he lays it off. It kind of works, but a lot of times it really doesn't. It's very easy to stop that. I think Mason Greenwood, if you put him at the 9 spot with his pace and creativity, lights out. Lights out. Completely changes the attack. If you have Damari Gray and hopefully Leon Bailey on your right, completely changes the game for any CONCACAF defense you're playing against. I really think that Greenwood's inclusion here could really, really improve your chances of winning a trophy this season or next.
Nations League, yeah, I agree. I think
Nations League involvement in Nations League. They almost did it last year. We all remember. We all remember.
We remember that own goal.
Yeah. but Gold Cup, I really think they can do something here. Yeah. Absolutely, without a doubt. Greenwood has been lights out for Marseille. We should do a video on Marseille. Something for Marseille. A TikTok.
5 goals in 3 games.
He is lighting it up.
And he scored a brace this weekend. And there were good finishes too.
Absolutely lighting it up over there.
So much. First one was
good. No, I mean, and we all know he has quality. He was able to get it back when he was at Getafe last year. Absolutely lighting it up. I think it's a really good inclusion for CONCACAF too. And if you're in a pure footballing sense, I think it's a really good sign for things to come in terms of doing nationals, right? I think if Mason Greenwood comes over and does a splendid job, an absolutely marvelous job for Jamaica, and it looks good, it looks like he's having fun, whatever. He doesn't go the Leon Bailey route and throws a fit when something's wrong. I think it changes the game, at least for Reggae Boys. I think a lot more players will look at him and say, maybe we should move to Jamaica. Maybe that's in our cards.
I think with Greenwood, this whole transition period is I think he's properly focused on football. You know what I mean? Just because all he wants to do now is just play football, and he's enjoying it now.
Right.
And so I think this switch, whenever it does happen, because he is not in the Jamaican national squad for this upcoming window, not official yet. So no panic yet, Jamaican fans. Relax, we're good. But definitely expect him in October, most likely. I would say in the squad.
I would hope so.
It'd be kind of weird if he isn't. Especially there's plenty of time for everything to be processed. But no, it's an exciting time. I mean, he's just good. I mean, it's going to be a different style of football than what Jamaica's used to, but it's also because of his quality. It's going to be interesting to see how he rises players up around him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe rise the quality. In my opinion, with the addition of Greenwood, I could see Jamaica a top 3 attack in CONCACAF. I think
I would put it over. The inclusion of Greenwood puts it over Canada.
Yeah, no,
personally.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I mean, you could, on a paper sense, I put it over Mexico. with Greenwood. I mean,
if we're looking at if we're just going off paper and being like, oh, where did these guys play? Then okay, yeah.
You know, Mexico's. We'll talk more about Mexico later in our preview, but Mexico's attack doesn't do a lot for Mexico.
Yeah,
we'll be honest. But so I think Jamaica, without a doubt, top. Maybe 2 attack, but
I do think it depends on also the way they play, because like we were talking about Everton earlier. Just because you have good players, if you don't play the right way, it's not going to work. So
it's true.
I agree 100%. Their attack looks very good right now. Yeah, but they need to find the right system and the right way to make these players shine.
I mean, and, Mason Greenwood comes at the perfect time. Sorry, Diego, I didn't cut you off, but
he does.
Mason Greenwood comes exactly. Steve McLaren just joined the Reggae Boyz. He has yet to take his first game in charge. He will do so this weekend, which I might do a preview / reaction for. But he comes at the perfect time to where I think Greenwood's the type of player, at least in relation to CONCACAF, where you build a system around. You build a system around him. And the biggest issue with Jamaica, at least in Copa America, is the lack of communication between defense and attack. It was very hard to transition, and that's also down to the midfield, which still is lacking. And I still think if you're going to do Nationals, you have to get midfielders in. But without a doubt, that was the biggest issue. And I think Steve McLaren could find a way to do that. Instead of just bringing the ball up or running it down the wing, you have to find some medium there. And this is the perfect opportunity for Greenwood to be into that, because he's going to be on the same page as everybody else, in the sense that everybody else is trying to adapt to Steve's new methods, whatever they are. Everybody else is still learning that he can learn with them, and that's really good. Obviously, I think he has a quality to step into a new system and make it work. But look at Marseille. He joined when De Zerbi joined, right? They both are fresh to the club, and they both are able to grow together, and it's working so far. Obviously, De Zerbi is not Steve McLaren, or more like Steve McLaren is not De Zerbi, but they're both growing together. I think it's going to be a lot of the same for Jamaica, which I like a lot, because Jamaica needs a refresh. Jamaica's system wasn't working with Mike Antonio. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work that way.
It's just because CONCACAF's a lot more physical. I feel
and pacey, like physical and pacey.
Physical and pacey, but I think the issue with Antonio is it was like Antonio's the physical guy, but the thing is with Antonio, like he can only be so physical, and especially with the way refs allow center backs nowadays, and especially in CONCACAF, to get a lot of very handsy, and there's a lot of battling going on. That it didn't suit it, and especially when you have that lack of midfield support, you know what I mean, when you're trying to go on the attack, that didn't help either. So hopefully they don't try and stick with that formula, especially with Greenwood in the mix. I hope they try and play more kind of like not a ticky-tacky, but like, on the ball, like we're going to work it. Like, you know what I mean? Like we're going to bounce it.
Tiki-tacky.
Like, ticky-tacky, whatever. Don't worry about it.
Stop. What's tiki-tacky?
You don't know what
new snack?
You mean tiki-taka?
No. I meant what I said. Tiki-tacky. Dude, it's fine.
Hey,
it's fine.
Okay. All right,
it's fine.
Hey, if it works.
Bro, it's an off-brand version, okay? Because they can't formulate
Tiki-taka
what it
from Temu. I get it. Tiki-taka from Temu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tiki-taka from Temu.
Tiki-tacky, bro. Don't worry about it. I need sleep. That's what I'm coming to the conclusion of with these filming sessions.
Yes.
As get your sleep.
I think
I'm gonna stop talking now.
Okay. For CONCACAF as a whole, overall good thing, right? We can talk about what kind of press they're going to get, but any press is good press for CONCACAF. That's all that matters, right? Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be a great inclusion, and any inclusion of quality adds to the competition that CONCACAF desperately needs. CONCACAF desperately needs something outside of the top two, because for the past 20 years, CONCACAF has only been whether USA is going to win it or Mexico is going to win it, and that's it. You have the occasional Costa Rica appearance in the World Cup. That's it. Recently, past couple years, absolutely, there's been a huge markup in quality amongst Panama, Costa Rica, Canada, which we'll talk about later on, and Jamaica. I think Jamaica has more quality than they're showing, and this could be the difference between them being involved in the conversation or not. I think Jamaica, obviously, we love Jamaica here on the channel. We've done a lot of Jamaican content, and I think all three of us believe that Jamaica has to be in the conversation from now on. And that's from the media and also from Jamaica putting themselves in the conversation, which I don't think they have enough. This could be what they're going to do. at the very worst case scenario, you have some people looking at them just because of Greenwood, just because of that. And over time, that there will be spillover into the rest of the team because of that interest in Greenwood. I think this is what it's going to do. This is finally going to put someone else in conversation for the Gold Cup, the Nations League, and whatnot. And I think from a dual national sense, I think other teams look at this and say, hey, perfect, let's bring some people in. Canada has definitely some very good options. They just brought Nico Sigurd in from Croatia, 20-year-old midfielder, very solid. But you look at teams like Suriname. Suriname has a lot of good opportunity doing that they could bring in. And I think if they do, all the luck to them. Jamaica, even more so, have obviously a plethora. We've covered 21 of them on our channel of different ones that could be brought in. I think yeah, I know. But you bring in a lot of players like this. I think Greenwood is the dual national change in CONCACAF. Obviously, there's been others. Balogun was a big one, most recently, biggest name I could think of. Obviously, Michael Antonio, Damari Gray, but Greenwood is the name I think that changes the game for dual nets in CONCACAF, which I hope happens. And like I said, whatever makes the region more competitive and whatever makes the region taken more seriously, that's all that matters to me.
Yeah,
that's all that matters to me. Because it's a seriousness thing now. CONCACAF is heavily looked down upon for good reason, for lack of quality, because I think there is lack of quality there. But this is how you get it back. This is how you get the conversation started. And this could be the difference between Jamaica making it to the World Cup or not. Sure. And I think sure. That'd be huge. I think Greenwood in the World Cup would be a huge topic of conversation, as well as Jamaica in the World Cup being a huge topic of conversation. I think this is a pick of all pickups. I mean, A+, right? There's no other grade you can give it but A+.
Shout out to whoever organized that. I will say shout out to whoever persuaded him.
And I'm not saying that we were involved in the conversation, but I'm sure that our discussions in the past have held some importance to them.
Oh yeah, it was mentioned at least once, maybe once.
At the very least.
It had some sort of influence.
Yeah, and if when they do the announcement video, if they show us in it, I'm all the power to you. All the power
just email us though.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah,
let us know. We'll say yes, but some negotiation will be there. Some negotiation will be there. Anything else for you guys to add for the topic of conversation here?
No.
Okay. I mean,
yeah.
Great pickup. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Great pickup. Great choice from Greenwood to do this. Every side wins. At least every side within that equation wins on their own personal level. That's all that matters. Nothing else you can complain about. Nothing else I can judge. So, all right. Let us know if you're still watching this. Let us know your opinions on the Greenwood switch to the Reggae Boyz in the comments down below. We read every single comment. We react to most comments as well if they're reaction worthy. And subscribe for more Greenwood Jamaica CONCACAF content for the coming weeks, months, and years. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Hopefully see you guys in the video. Take it easy.